All right, this is Justin White's backtesting project for Finance 695. And what I did was I analyzed these 30 companies on the left to see if their return on equity had any effect on their PE ratio. So the idea here was to see if the return on equity of a company could give me a little insight if the stock was possibly overvalued or not. And I did that for 1 year and for 3 years. So these two columns here that we'll see on the last two tabs are for the 15 highest ROEs and then the 15 lowest ROEs. So the regression that we ran on the first two tabs are the ROE versus the first year and the ROE versus the 3-year period of PE ratios. So when you go to the first tab, we can see that we have a R value that doesn't show a really good relationship between the two, but we are not running a predictive model for this regression. We're running a relationship just to see if there's a positive relationship between the two numbers. So we kind of skip over that one and go down to our coefficients. So you can see here that there's a negative coefficient between the ROE and the PE. So that goes against my hypothesis of the higher the ROE, the higher the PE ratio. Then if you go over to the T-stat, the rule of thumb on that is a 1.65, which shows significance. This is showing a negative 0.20. So this is also confirming that there is no significant relationship between the two ratios. And that's also evident in the p-value, which we would like to be below a 0.05, but this is well above, almost close to 1 at a 0.83. So this confirms that there is no relationship between those two. And if you come over here to the 3-year, it shows the exact same information. A negative relationship between the return on equity and then the 3-year PE prices. It shows a 0.16 for a T-stat, which is far off from the 1.65 that we need. And it also shows almost the same p-value as the 1 year at a 0.868. So this one also shows that there is no significant relationship. Then, if you come over here to the t-test that we ran, that shows the highs. This is the one for the highs and this is the one for the lows, that there is also no significance at a 0.63 for the T-stat and a 0.2, which is higher than the 0.05 for the 1 years. And then for the 3 years, we see the same thing. A T-stat of 0.68, which is not close to the 1.65, and then a p-value of 0.25. So I had an idea that this would show no significance between the two, but I wanted to try to run one that didn't show something like the videos posted online, and just to see if there was some other significance somewhere else. So that is the end of my backtesting project. Thanks.